YouTube was good. It's your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. I'm back with another video. Please come and thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. I hope all of y'all are doing well. It's Monday evening. Please make sure that you support this channel. The Cash App is on the screen. That is $ Potent Pondering. So listen, I appreciate all of y'all. I hope all of y'all are doing well. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to go into is this story that I seen that's coming straight out of Indiana. So a 25-year-old Indiana man powwowed his wife in the head and he cut her throat 5 weeks after giving birth because she was planning to leave him. Ladies, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Sometimes, like when you leave, you just gotta leave. And there was probably some signs within this man that she's seen. This is probably sometimes you can't even announce it. I just want to tell you that. So, neighbors, this is sad. Only 5 weeks after their child was born, 25-year-old Indiana man allegedly unalived his wife by putting hands on her, puncturing her, and powwowing the kindergarten teacher inside of their house. He then called 911 and told authorities that he did something bad. Long crime reports, police from the Northwest District responded to the home in the 3000 block of Armory Lane on June 1st at around 7:20 a.m. After receiving a complaint about a person being powwed. First responders reported that an adult female, later identified as 26-year-old Amber Cooley, in the upper bedroom of the house, when they got to the scene. She had injuries consistent with the pow pow sounds. The emergency medical staff declared her she was gone in the home. This man is crazy. Yo, messing with the wrong person, whether male or female, but a lot of times with women, it could cost your life. The police report says that when they arrived at the couple's house, they saw Robert leaving through an open garage door to meet them. He allegedly came up wearing gloves that were stained with blood and gave them a vague confession. I did something bad. I need to go to jail. He allegedly said to the officers, Robert, later that he admitted to putting hands on her and cutting his wife before powwowing her in the head. According to an interview with cops, Robert Cooley's brother told police that Robert Cooley used FaceTime to call him Saturday morning and said, it's just said he just powwowed Amber, bro. The report adds that Amber's throat had been cut and her face had been beaten severely, and it was hard to tell who she was. Ladies, I can't stress this enough. When you get that inkling, sometimes you don't even announce, you just go. Like, this is crazy. She just gave birth 5 weeks ago. This baby's gonna grow up without a mother or a father. This is horrible. And she probably seen, and then listen, I understand a lot of y'all be financial. Sometimes you got to just pick up and go. And I know it probably sounds hard when due to your financial situation, but tell me, why did this woman and why did she deserve that? Come on, man. So listen, leave your comments below and let me know what you think about that ordeal. I thought that was crazy. Let's move straight on to this Kanye West situation. So y'all know Kanye West was being accused of harassing one of his assistants. Well, Kanye West rep responded to the situation and said, according to the legal rep for Kanye West, he said, in response to these baseless allegations, Ye will be filing a lawsuit against Miss Pisciata, who actively pursued him intimately to coerce employment and other material benefits and engaged in blackmail and extortion when her advances were rejected. Well, look at the girl. This is the type that he goes after, right? So the rep also accuses Pisciata of of stealing Ye's phone to destroy evidence that could counter her narrative. Regarding her termination, she is being accused of being unqualified, demanding unreasonable amounts of money, and engaging in lascivious, unhinged conduct. Ye's team continued to accuse Pisciata of sending Ye uh, uh, nudes and soliciting him for intimacy. In the lawsuit, she detailed alleged inappropriate text messages, intimate photos, and videos she claimed to have received from Ye. It's evident that Miss Pisciata leveraged her association with Ye and his company and her proximity to him to seek material gains, clout, and employment through inappropriate means. So that's crazy. You know, first Diddy, and it's just like everybody is talking now. They telling everybody want that public story. I'm not saying that her claims are false, but I mean, look what you playing with. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So let's go right over here. The Dream. So I'm pretty sure y'all heard about this too. Singer and songwriter The Dream is accused of capital R word and intimate battery by a former protege. So Tyrius Diamant rose to fame in the early 2000s as a songwriter by the name of The Dream, with notable hits like Shorty, She's a 10. I just was playing that the other day too. Falsetto, The Dream became an artist known for his writing and ability with nods from the biggest names in the industry, including Beyonce and Rihanna. However, a recent lawsuit has received exposure as a songwriter is being accused of both capital R word and intimate battery by a former protege. According to the reports and documents obtained by New York Times and Shanaz magazine states, oh, her name is Shanaz Monroe, states that in her suit that the Dream used promises of bright career to entangle her in abusive exchanges. The abuse consisted of forcing Mrs. Monroe to be intimate, strangling her, and threatening to release explicit content of the two engaging in intimate encounters. This sounds kind of like Diddy, right? Remember Diddy? He did that to Cassie. Although driving the industry with big name hits, the suit filed against him by Miss Monroe in the Los Angeles District Court reflects otherwise. The Dream. The court documents include details of manipulation, capital R word, physical hits, and the dangling promise of fame and success to the aspiring artist. We'll keep you updated. So listen, what do y'all think about that? I think that a lot of us based on how everything rolled out with Diddy, but at least like I could say with Diddy is that we had some sort of inkling that he was this secret devil behind the scenes. But with the Dream, it's kind of like I don't put nothing past nobody, is what I'm pretty much trying to tell you. I don't put nothing past nobody. Everybody's shady, everybody rocky. So listen, we'll see how that story comes into, what comes into fruition and how that story materializes. But I just want to say blatantly, I don't put anything past anybody at all. So listen, I want to get into this. So Rihanna is expanding. She announces the launch of her new hair care line. And so, a lot of people is talking about the competition with Rihanna and Beyonce. I think that this is right up Rihanna's alley. I would assume that this was going to come next anyway. She's made a splash in makeup and did her thing. So she announces her new hair care line, which is dope. So Bad Girl Riri made an announcement today. A new family is moving in. Fenty hair is pulling up, and it's time to finally have a hair experience you've been waiting for. You know how much switching my hair up matters to me. I've had almost every texture, color, length, from weaves to braids to natural. So I'm launching a flexible line with products for not only every hair one, but every single product is designed to strengthen and repair all types of hair, which is what we truly need. It's time to play and get stronger by the style. So I'm happy for Rihanna, Beyonce came out with the Sacred, and the fans are trying to make a big thing of that. I'm not feeding into that. Two black women who got more money than me, I'm not mad at them at all. I do feel like this is fitting for Rihanna, and she's going to continue to soar. I felt like Rihanna carved out a lane. Me personally, I felt like she carved out a lane outside of music, because I don't feel like she enjoyed doing it anymore, especially being under Rock Nation and Jay-Z. I always said that I feel like it's something secretive going on that we just don't know about, and we never will know about it. So listen, another thing I wanted to touch on, how many of y'all know about this Marjorie Taylor Marjorie Taylor Greene? She was the one who was in that that scandal that was online where she told the black girl about her fake lashes or whatever the case may be. Now, I will say this, I'm not going to play this video, but I want to say Dr. Fauci, he's the one who a lot of people blame for the pandemic, with a lot of the, a lot of the ways that he pushed, what am I going to say? A lot of the things in regards to COVID that he pushed on the masses. And a lot of people don't like or respect him. You got to realize over 1 million people in the United States perished from COVID. You got to understand that. I know people, listen, let me tell you something. Whether they got the jab and they perished from that, that's all connected, in my opinion. So I'm going to tell you this right now. You might disagree. I agree with what she said. Listen, it might have not been the right medium for her to say that in, but she said that he's not a doctor. She was calling him Mr. Fauci in this video, right? So a lot of people were offended by it. I guess I can play it. Let me just play this real quick. Let me play it for y'all, for the people who haven't seen it.
You think that's appropriate? Do the American people deserve to be abused like that, Mr. Fauci? Because you're not doctor. You're Mr. Fauci in my few minutes. No, I don't need your answer. I want to talk about this right here.
Mr. Chairman,
Fauci,
objection.
Mr.
Chairman, objection.
I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time, Mr. Raskin.
Gentlelady will suspend.
Mr. Chairman,
Point of order.
just in terms of the rules of decorum, are we allowed to deny that a doctor is a doctor just because we don't want him to be a doctor?
Yes, because in my time, That man does not deserve to have a license. As a matter of fact, it should be revoked and he belongs in prison.
Suspend.
He should be in prison. So listen, I don't agree with Marjorie how she went at that sister with the eyelashes, but I do agree with the way that he went about things for the United States. It's like, we lost so many people just in the United States alone. He was at a game and they said that he was at some sort of match where he wasn't wearing a mask or anything. Then he came out and made some statement saying that he doesn't know why people were wearing masks. It was just this whole foolishness, right? So listen, rest in peace to anybody who perished from COVID. I'm sorry. Oh, anybody who perished from that situation. But yeah, a lot of people are upset at Dr. Fauci. A lot of people are. So let me know what you think about that and what you think about Marjorie's approach. I think that she could have cleaned it up a little better, but I'm not mad at her at all, right? So let's talk about Cardi B. So Cardi B is upset because Bia put this record out, and then people were talking about, somebody was in the comments, one of her fans, they said, at what point does making fun of Cardi B's speech patterns become racist? It's not racist. She's an idiot. It's not racist. And she said, she said to this fan, she said, all thanks for defending me. F them. I will never change the way I talk. I became famous from just being myself. Then I started making music and became a millionaire out of it. This is a multi-million-dollar accent, baby. Okay. So she's saying that, but what do your sisters sound like? So it just sounds like blatant ignorance to me. Maybe your parents maybe Cardi parents raised her up and realized that they failed so much with her that with Hennessy, that how like some parents, and I'm not saying that this is right, some parents will put they all into one child who they feel like is going to be something. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, not saying you can't make something out of yourself from being on Scripper, but I feel like if you would have had Cardi and Hennessy based on like her trajectory and what she was doing, how she talked and the way that she give it up, I think that she would have been more promising over Cardi. Cardi seemed like the type, her family probably don't approve of her dating like, black guys, and she was always running off in their faces and stuff like that. Hennessy was more dependable, reliable, she's gonna go to school, finish, get her degree, and all of that. I just don't see or feel that from Cardi. So listen, Cardi, you are a United States citizen. You weren't born in Dominican Republic at all. And even if you grew up speaking fluent Spanish, you still don't have the diction that you're supposed to have at your age. You have not educated yourself, with all of the opportunities and the access that you have in this music, being a multimillionaire. So it's like, are you just rich and you remaining ignorant because you feel like if you don't remain ignorant, you're going to lose people who like the ignorance? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just comes off as degenerate behavior. So listen, y'all let me know what you think about that. Cardi B talking about her accent and all of this and all of that, right? So whatever. It's silly to me. So listen, let's move right over here. So Trina she did an interview with Carlos King, and she spoke about her relationship with Nicki Minaj, right? So I wanted to get into this. So she spoke about her relationship with Nicki Minaj, and also the thing where she calling Beyonce the queen of rap. Even though I do still feel like this is out of order, I'm gonna let this play in its entirety without cutting her off, and then we're gonna go.
I worked like seriously my butt off for this album. All the features on the album, from Miss Kelly Price to Nicki Minaj to 2 Chainz to Lil Wayne to everybody that was on the album. And we got this far, and you guys came to me and said, this is the record we put out as a single. So once she said that, it gassed me up.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to do my cause and reach out and make sure my part is done. So you don't have to do all the extra work. I'm just going to hit her up myself, but I'm going to send you what she's saying so we can get the proper people to handle it.
Yeah.
And I feel like they didn't do it. They dropped the ball, and I just felt the way. And so, yeah, when that happened, somebody that was working with me on my team, had, I don't know if they went live or was it Vigo? What was happening at the time? Was it live?
It was, well, this person said, I believe he called Nicki Minaj a manipulative, and I'm with you. I don't know if it was a live or a tweet.
I don't know if it was a live or was it on social media or Twitter. I don't know. Remember so ideally what it was.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, what the hell are you doing? And his response was like, I'm just feeling mad because we did all this work and we got this song and she's not helping out and she's not. And I was like, you're wrong. It don't work like that. You're on this side, but you're not on the business side. Mm-hmm. You just on partially creative side, but you're not cutting no checks. He acted out of emotion, but you don't act out of emotion on live against a celebrity that's somebody that I know, that I have a relationship with, a friendship with.
Right, you're friends
You was
with her,
wrong.
yeah.
So I'm going to put you in your place first, but I'm going to deal with my manager because now I'm really alarmed. Like something's not going right. Like this is in the prime time of when I'm losing my mom. My album has come out in June. My mom passed away in September. Everything that I needed done from the song, as far as radio to move forward, came directly from Nicki. Like they don't know that. Like y'all thinking, the team is thinking it's the label with the games. You don't. I gave all the information, so everybody just shut up. Like seriously, like it just, it wasn't just the time for that. And it was like right after that, boom. After that happened, after I said what I said on live and got off, that wasn't like in our relationship. We were still like talking. We were still talking.
Y'all were still communicating after the
Yes, but
live.
she
Okay.
knew I was hurt and upset about it. But at the end of the day, that's not her fault. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
she was really trying to help. But again, like I took the blame for it. Even though it's my team, my management, these are people that I work for. I don't like to play the blame game.
And when it comes to your friendship, because at the end of the day, you two had a great
Yeah.
friendship. And then I'm happy to hear that obviously you two were still talking and communicating.
yeah,
Your
it
mom
just-
passed, she reached out to you, all
Mhm.
those things. And then you did this interview that asked you who paved the way for rap,
Oh
female rap,
No, that's not what they said. They asked me, who is
the queen of rap.
Yes. And I
Yes.
said, the queen bee Beyonce. They didn't say, now they would have said, who, all right, give me your top 5 queens. Okay. I'm going to give it to the girls always.
Yeah.
But when you say, first of all, I'm fresh off the Renaissance tour. Let's be very clear.
And listen, and like all of us, you are
No.
Beyonce stan.
No, I'm stand
Yeah.
out. So when you ask it, it's like, 'cause people, you can't deny or take credit from nothing that Beyonce do. I just love Beyonce. It was in the hype of the moment. I'm off stage fresh. I'm doing all these interviews. I just finished performing. They asked about that. Did you get a chance to see the Renaissance concert or go, whatever? I was like, what do you mean? Yes, I love it. And I'm in the moment. And then after that, well, who do you feel like is the queen of rap? Queen Beyonce, duh. It's just that it don't take no credit from nobody. It's so many girls. I love all these girls. I'm just happy they doing their thing and what they doing. I don't even have time for hate or negative. Like I worked.
Listen, she praising Beyonce, but that creature never gonna get a feature. Listen, not to call her a creature, we all some sort of creature, don't take it like that, not dehumanizing or anything like that. As it pertains to Trina, I want to say that this is a whole bunch of baloney. Why did it take so long for her to sit up there and sit up with Carlos King to get into some things and talk about Nicki in this way? You allow Bobby Lights to talk crazy about Nicki, Trina. I don't know if you and Nicki are friends, but I wouldn't be I don't think that in Nikki's heart, I don't think she has any hate for you and she appreciates you, but I could see where she would feel some sort of way about you because you allowed this man to degrade her. You allowed Bobby Lee to say craziness about her and he's mad about it like it's his career. And he going around lying saying that's your, I know that that's not your cousin. It's not. And it's a lot that went on. So for you to get up here and like make it seem like oh, my team and my manager or whatever the case may be, address it in its entirety, because make sure that if you address it fully, because I just felt like you were skirting around in this interview. And Carlos King, I know he probably knows additional details because it seems as though that he was pretty knowledgeable in the matter, but he probably chose to leave out the situation with Bobby Lights just to not dig the hole deeper for you, so you would have to get out explaining it. Just stop playing. Listen, I personally feel Nicki don't have no issue with Trina. Let's really talk real rap. They're not in the same category. Even if in this interview, Trina was saying like, why, does she feel some sort of way when she's not mentioned like in the top female MCs? And she said no, because all of their faves look up to her or whatever the case may be, right? She's their fave or something like that, right? Trina, cut it out. They respect you for the tenure and the time that you've been there. Like that's what I personally feel. Tenure and the time that you've been in the game, like you not no Foxy Brown or no Lil Kim. Those are the real rapper girls who really did the sexy image and was spitting hard. Well, especially Foxy spitting. That's what I was telling people the other day that I loved about Foxy Brown so much. And I understand where Nicki gets it from her too, where you look a certain way, very feminine, very whatever, but you spitting hard like a dude. That's what made me like Foxy so much back then. Like, damn, she rocking all that Chloe Prada, all of this, but she's spitting hard and the dudes is giving her respect. So listen, Trina, I'm not buying it. I don't really care. Let me know what you thought about Trina talking about Nicki in this interview. Also, while we on the topic of Nicki Minaj, and I know that this came out the other day, But her Pink Friday 2 tour is aiming for 120 to 130 million dollars from 900,000 tickets sold in 70 shows. It could challenge Travis Scott's Circus Maximus for the second highest grossing tour by a rapper in history. So that's dope for Nicki. You know, Nicki tour that she oversees right now, and then she about to come right back to the East Coast. She about to come back to the coast soon, and she'll be touring over here. Listen, Nikki canceled her show. Was it there was an Amsterdam show that she canceled? But Nikki, come back to Houston. You know, Nikki, I have to admit to you, I am really upset with you because it's just like, why are you performing in Dallas again? Why? Why didn't you come to Houston? Did you go to Dallas because you had that little coffin situation and you feel like you gotta make it up to them? You don't gotta make nothing up to them. I feel upset because I'm like, why Nikki not coming back to Houston? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Why not hit the market? You sold out everywhere. I don't know. And I don't even want to put in my mind that I think she's going to do more dates. What I am going to probably do is when it comes closer, I probably am going to go to the Dallas date or I'll go to San Antonio. I've never been to San Antonio. I might do either one of the dates. It's like the options is just there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The options is there. So listen, this is your boy LaRon Potent, Pondering, Never Pandering. Please subscribe to the channel and please support the channel. The Cash App is on the screen. That's $ Potent Pondering. You know, get in the comments and let me know what you thought about anything I discussed in this video, from that unfortunate situation with the woman and her husband. Her husband, 5 weeks after she gave birth, took her out. That's crazy. Let me know what you think about Kanye West situation with the intimate harassment. Also, the Dream being accused of capital R word and pounding the girl out. Listen, we don't know none of these people, and I want you to adopt this too, right? Even though you even see me up here, you don't know me. Like, you might know a person for a moment. I don't put nothing past anybody at all. But I know that I don't have no charges, and I know I've never done nothing like that. But I'm just telling you, a rule of thumb is don't put nothing past anybody. And also, just to back up a little bit, as it pertains to that woman going through that situation, I don't take abuse lightly at all. I don't take it lightly. If you're in a situation and you feel like you're in danger or whatever, sometimes you can't even announce when you leave and just get up out of there. You got to get up out of there. I hope that y'all like the lights behind me. I went live earlier and talked about it. I'm trying to find some more premium lights, but honestly, I looked up some things on for Home Depot. They didn't have them there. So maybe I'll try Lowe's tomorrow and see if I can find something more premium. I need something a little bit more premium. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so as it pertains to that, leave your comments with the Dream, Kanye West. Shout out to Rihanna. You know, she's coming through. Rihanna's going, she's just expanding her brand, and Rihanna is the true definition of a mogul. She's a mogul. Yes, she is. So yeah, so shout out to Rihanna. Let me know what you think about Cardi B too, getting mad at the way. Listen, if you weren't a citizen of the United States, if you were not a citizen of the United States, I wouldn't be so critical on her. But it's just like Cardi B is a citizen of the United States. She went to the schools in the, in the Bronx, and why is her diction so terrible? Why does she speak as though that she's on a 5th grade reading level? I'm probably giving her too much credit on that. But why does she talk that way? Clean yourself up. If you filthy rich, don't just get online and complain about Chick-fil-A that you didn't receive and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Really make some moves and changes in your life, because listen, as long as when you become stagnant, you'll never get better. When you're constantly improving and on the incline, you'll constantly get better. You never want to be complacent. I'm telling you, that's a little hack in life. Never be complacent with where you are in life. Always want to grow and become better and be better, because then once you are okay, there's no going up. As long as you keep going and keep going and keep growing, you will always get better. Also, let me know what you thought about Trina. And shout out to Nicki for having top 3 selling tours. Nicki, add Houston, add a few other show dates so you could get it over that hump. Like, I don't know why you playing these games. Listen, this is your boy LaRon Potent Pondering. Subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video, and I'm up out of here. Peace.